Well, good Tuesday morning, and listen, it's the holidays. We're all gonna be at home for the next little bit, so you might as well drink something delicious and local. Hence, we're back here at Bench Brewing in Beamsville with the man himself, General Manager Anthony. Hey, pal.
Hey, how are you?
Well, I heard all about this winter market.
Yeah.
That was all the rage, and then obviously things have happened.
Yep.
So no longer to be able to do the winter market.
Not currently.
But hey, saying that, we're in lockdown for a month.
Correct.
Right? This is you want this to last throughout the winter. So
Yeah.
give us a landscape of what you guys got set up here.
Yeah, well, the whole idea with this was to do extend the outdoors for given the circumstances we had right now. So we worked. Katie did a great job of putting this together. We call this our winter market. So you can see behind us, we have huts here that we were welcoming vendors to.
Jacqueline from Tintin
Roar here, still helping us out here. And the idea was to come outside, warm by the fire, have a nice little drink and check things out. So right now, obviously a little bit different, but that was the concept.
What was the? Because it ran for about a month, didn't it?
It did. We started probably October, November. Yeah. So yeah, that's about right.
And then what's the connection with people like Tintin Road, like Jacqueline?
Local. Again, the whole idea here was that because a lot of our local partners, a lot of our friends here and neighbors couldn't open to the same degree, we were trying to use the draw of people coming outside of a winter market festival inspired by the European winter market to say, hey, come shop, check things out. Rotate the vendors, give them a venue to talk to people that are coming through.
Every piece, right? Just from the huts to the fires to the beer, it's really cool. To the lights at night, right?
No, it was a cool vibe, man. So like I said, hopefully in a month or so we can have people back, right?
Okay, so where are we at? Let's update everybody. What can we do, or how can people get your beer still?
So right now we pivoted completely back to curbside pickup and online orders that can be delivered straight to your doorstep anywhere in Ontario. You go to benchbrewing.com, pick the beers you want, and we'll deliver it to your door. Otherwise, if you're more local, you can order online, pick a time slot, and we'll bring it right out to your car here from our Yurt.
Because you have this Yurt.
Yes, this Yurt.
Can you take us through the Yurt? Like, where are you getting the Yurt from?
Mongolia, straight from Mongolia, yeah.
So this is kind of housed your retail shop.
That was
over the past few months.
That's what we did. So we converted this space that was a beer garden this summer again to a retail space here with the Yurt. So people were able to come in, shop, buy some merch. It was, a good place to do before the holidays as well. But still lots going on here. So this will be fulfilling the curbside pickups from here.
You do have brews at the LCBO.
We do.
Okay. Difference between going to LCBO and getting a bench brew and coming here to get some of your beer.
Here you can get absolutely everything we do, and especially a lot of our funk beers that come in those bottles, those special limited releases that are only available here. But our flagships, our core, like the Balls Fall Session IPA, #1 seller, that's available at grocery stores and beer stores and LCBOs.
I know always because this was just such a cool space, right? Yeah. And you want people to come.
Yeah.
Right now, you don't really want people to come. Okay?
No, it's a conflict, right?
I know, but the thing is, you can still get your delicious beer.
Totally.
Okay, so go to benchbrewing.ca.
.com,
right? And you can for delivery or curbside pickup.
Completely.
We're gonna still hang out if we're cool because we're lucky because Sarah is doing a brew.
We are brewing today.
So we'll do how you're doing that safely, and we'll do let's go in and we'll do a couple different brews happening because you're always innovating, you're always doing stuff here at Bench Brewing, and then we'll go check out the Yurt here at Bench Brewing in Beamsville on Morning Live. Welcome back to Bench Brewing. I love when we get to kind of pull back the curtain a little bit and see actually the brewing process because it's no secret that I love beer, but I have no idea about any of this. But there's actually some activity even throughout the holidays because, listen, people are consuming. And we have Rick up there right now doing a brew for Balls Falls, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right, Sarah?
Yeah, so Rick's doing a dry hop right now.
Dry hop.
On Balls Falls. So essentially he's just adding some hops to post-fermented beer to add some flavor and aroma.
Okay, so Balls Falls is the flagship beer.
It's our flagship beer.
So
we make that more than anything.
How often are you making Balls Falls?
We're making Balls Falls every week, just about.
Really?
In the summer, sometimes twice a week. Yeah, so every batch we do is 10,000 liters. So we were talking earlier, that's about 10,000 cans of beer, or sorry, 20,000 cans of beer.
Yeah.
So it's a lot. People love this SKU. It's sessionable, it's crushable, and it's easygoing for intro craft brewer drinkers.
Is it down to like it's an exact recipe? Like Rick, you guys know exactly how many dry hops you're putting in there. It's the same thing every single time.
Exactly.
It's just like a cookbook,
exactly,
right? Making a meal. You're just following the recipe exactly.
Yes, consistency is absolutely key when you're making beer, and this one especially because we're making it so often. We want to make sure the consumer is getting the same thing every time.
So it's more like baking. because with cooking, you can you can be a little bit more aloof.
Exactly.
Right? With baking, you do need kind of the
It's
specifics.
precise, yes.
Luke, you want to come down the stairs? As we're making Luke do all these obstacles. Because there is a lot of activity. So Rick's doing that up there. What do we got Max doing up over in this area?
As we're dry hopping Balls Falls, we're simultaneously brewing Balls Falls right now. So we're still brewing every week, making sure we're getting the beer out. So he's in the process of doing brew 1 and brew 2. So every batch we do on this brew house does half a tank. So we're doing 2 batches in a day, but they go into the same tank. So this here is the lauter tun. So it's essentially what separates the grain from the wort, which will end up being your beer. So essentially, we're making sugar water right now for yeast to ferment into beer.
When's that going to be beer?
That'll be beer in 5 days.
Okay, so not by the end of the morning.
No, so it goes through a whole conditioning process as well, and a dry hopping process. So from beginning to end to can, it's 3 weeks.
Look at it, it's very technical too.
Yeah,
right?
it is. So this PLC here controls the entire brew process, essentially, for us. So this is the water tun here. He's getting ready to.
And timing is sensitive too, right? We wanted to get this done because Max has other stuff he needs to be adding here,
yeah,
right?
it's literally down to the minute on the brew deck, and we got to make sure we're hitting the timeline so that everything's consistent.
He's getting itchy. He wants to be back up here. We'll take a break. We'll come back with Sarah here, the brewmaster at Bench Brewing. Again, we don't really want people here, but go to benchbrewing.com because there's tons of delicious ones that you can do there for delivery or curbside pickup. And you got something else very cool that we want to show us because they're always innovating and doing different things here in Beamsville. We come back on Morning Live. They're always innovating and doing different crazy things here at Bench Brewing. So and it's always, because we've been here a couple times, and every time we come, there's something new to show us. Back with head brewer Sarah, and we got Thomas here too. What's this area here, Sarah?
So this is our pilot room. We call it the Cockpit. Essentially, this room is meant for innovation or renovation. So innovation is brand new SKUs that we want to essentially innovate and create.
When you say SKUs, does that mean beer?
Beer, yeah. So essentially a different variety of beer. So Balls Falls would be a SKU, Short Hills would be a SKU. So
we last half hour we were brewing Balls Falls in the big vats that house like 22,000 beers.
Yep.
This one's a lot condensed, a lot smaller.
Yes, so this essentially is a carbon copy of what we have inside, it's just much, much smaller. So as I said, inside that brew house is 5,000 liters. This is a 400 liter brew house. It's the exact same process, it's just a much smaller scale. And like I said, this is for brewing brand new beers, some new wacky beers that we want to get on tap for the consumers to try. And if they love it, that's something that we can scale up to the big system. And then simultaneously, we can take some beers that we want to work on and do a renovation on that in here on a small scale.
Because like Balls Falls is your flagship, right? But you're always trying to stay current and you're always trying to follow trends. Yes. Where are we with trends in beer right now?
I mean, everybody loves IPAs, so that's a big one for us. We want to innovate on IPAs. We want to crack into the lager market as well, so we're working on some of those. And then sours, right? I mean, we're a sour brewery, and we want to keep introducing new, sessionable, awesome sours.
Where are sours right now? Are they still going strong?
I think so, yeah. People love fruit right now. People want fruit sours. It complements the acidity really well. So that's something that we're going to be focusing on for sure.
But it is a little different when it comes to the winter because people do like a heavier type of beer.
And beer is very, very seasonal. So we're actually working on some darker stuff right now. Some double IPAs, stouts, roast beer coming up, which is a dark small lager.
So Thomas just emptied that one out and moved it into this one over here. So we can't actually open that, but we can see the beer right here. Right? Do we know what's the beer that's in here?
Yeah, so this is a renovation of Lincoln Lager that we're working on, and this is a bright tank. So this tank is just meant for carbonation. So this is the final step in the brewing process, and then it'll get packaged into kegs.
When would this be available to
Well, kegs go on tap, and unfortunately with the COVID situation, we won't be selling kegs for a little while.
Yeah.
So this will probably be just for our own, education on where we want this beer to go. So.
But always still coming up with stuff. right?
Absolutely.
Because for the next month, you can't really be visiting here at Bench Brewing. You can come and do some curbside stuff and go into their online, benchbrewing.com, because there's a lot of things that you can't be getting at the LCBO. That's some of these delicious beers that were created in this very room. So Thomas, nice to meet you. Sarah, good seeing you.
Thank you
Best
so
of
much.
luck.
Yeah,
Happy
thank you.
brewing, everybody, and
All right.
happy holidays. Hey, welcome back to Bench Brewing, and welcome inside the Yurt. Great to be here with Katie, who I guess you're in charge of experience here at Bench Brewing.
Yeah, we do some fun things.
I was going to say, I've never seen anything like this. So this is, and obviously as we've been talking through the morning, things have changed a little bit. So you can't, this isn't as functional as it once was. This
No.
was always a hub of activity. But where did the Yurt come from?
Mongolia is the short answer to
Really,
that.
eh?
We have amazing friends at a company called Groovy Yurts. Shout out to Peter. He sets us up with this yurt. We move it around. So
Really,
we used to
eh?
have it in the hop yard, and then we moved it over here to function as our bottle shop when we were hosting people in here.
Okay.
Now it's kind of in flex. We've got all of our merch, but we're also using it as fulfillment for all of our curbside.
Okay, because that's where you guys have such a great space, and you encourage people to come. Right now, we're encouraging people not to come. But
It's true.
encouraging people to go to benchbrewing.com and to be
Yep.
getting some of this merchandise.
We still have all the beer, so we can still bring you beer.
Yes.
Curbside delivery Ontario-wide. We've got some amazing shipping deals. So yeah,
Okay.
Everything's on our website.
You have. Let's talk beer, because we were with Sarah and we were watching a couple of brews. But this is pretty exciting for you. What do you want to open this up for us and
Yes,
pour it? What is this one, Katie?
This is my favorite beer right now. This is a small batch collaboration that we've done with our neighbors at 40 Creek. We are sharing barrels with them. So we've taken their barrels that once held their delicious whiskey, and we've filled them with beer. This is a golden sour ale, aged in the whiskey barrels from 40 Creek, and then with the addition of Montmorency cherries. So those are our
I'm excited to see the color.
tart cherries from our neighbors at Cherry Lane. Yeah.
Could you pour it for us just to see what the
Perfect.
color is? What color we got? Oh, nice. So this is something like that isn't available in the LCBO, and you would have to be going on to your website to
On the
get.
website, yep, benchbrewing.com. We have all of our inventory on our website now, so supplies are limited of this one.
That's similar to a number of your other specialty brews over here in the fridge that you're not going to be able to get.
That's right, yeah. So we actually have a couple dark sours that are limited edition right now.
Sour is still hopping, like there's still well, I guess pun intended there, but
It's a beautiful mild tartness that we do in our sour beer. It's not an overwhelming acid, so it just lends to the flavor profile of Niagara fruit in particular.
Nice.
The plum darkwood is
Could
our
you pull
dark
that out
sour.
for us just to
Yeah,
show
for
Luke
sure.
and the folks at home, just to see what it looks like? So again, only through the website you can get
This
that
one's
one?
available on the website right now. Plum darkwood with Italian Niagara plums from Green Lane. And this is aged in barrel. And then also it's our malty-rich dark sour ale is the base.
Can we finish over here, just because I know Chef Justin is kind of working his way and figuring things out.
Yeah.
This is some other stuff that people can be taking away.
Yeah, Chef Justin Lesso, he's working on our pantry items. We're doing a line of pantry items from the kitchen at Bench. A lot of these things you've seen on our menu in different variations. We've got these sea salt and vinegar kettle chips we use as garnish. We do our pretzel with a beer house mustard, and then this beautiful chutney. Actually, that one's
right
hiding
here.
at the
It's right
back
there.
with Bosch pears, and then we do apricots, all local ingredients. And then that piccalilli is going to be available when we do our New Year's Eve charcuterie board meal kits.
Okay, so reach out to them for that. Can I give this a quick little try? Let's do that. Great seeing you, Katie.
Yeah.
Best of luck in the new adventures, and again, hopefully the winter market can be coming back when things do open up in a month. Oh, that is yummy!